Hi guys, it's me Claire, back from the Dickinson College Farm as your seed educator, and for today's video we're going to be talking about home gardening. Home gardening is super fun because you can do it any time of the year and anywhere, so you can do it just in your kitchen, or you can do it in your backyard, or you can put it in your dorm room or in your classroom, but it's super fun and super easy to do. So let's get into it.
Hi everyone, I'm Dee, and right now we're going to do a demonstration of planting some basil and some scallion, from packing the soil to watering the seed. We're going to jump in. So first, what you want to do is you have your soil. So we're scooping our soil. Doesn't matter how much you get in here because you're just going to pack it on here. Something important to note when packing your soil is that you want it pretty high. You don't want your soil to be down low like this, or your sides way higher than your soil, because you want your seed to have that sun and water love. You don't want to pack it. You just want to be aware. Be aware as well, because something like this, you're going to want to pack some more soil into, because that will shade your plant as well. So you're going to get some more soil into there. Now it's time for your seeds, and we're going to start with basil. Looks like this. Seeds that are larger tend to plant one. This is a larger seed. You're going to see the other seeds to compare in a sec, but this is a good size seed to plant one at a time, especially in these kinds. When planting your seed, your finger is your best friend. Your fingertip will take you the whole way there. And what I mean by that is, boop, shallow dot, never deeper than how your seed goes, and pinch that up. Tap. Not too deep, as shallow as your seed. Oop, that's a little deep, but no fret. And tap. Okay, so just got done planting half of this carton with the basil plant, and we're moving on. We're going to fill this entire thing with scallion seeds. I made reference to the size of the seed last time and said that the basil is a little bit of a bigger seed, and it's because the scallion seeds are this size. And so you want to plant not one, but 3 to 5 seeds. But same thing, same finger trick, different seed. You want to go not too deep. Take a pinch. Take a pinch. And you close that up. Tap. Cover them. You want soil to seed contact. Don't leave your seeds exposed, but don't bury them too deep. Then tap. And then you fill up the rest of your tray. But that is how you plant a smaller seed like scallion. And we just planted basil right here in the first half of this tray, and then we have scallions filling this entire tray. And this is egg cartons, if you didn't know. But I'm gonna show you right now how to water your seeds. And not your seedlings or your adult plants, but just your seeds, because they need some extra TLC. I'm gonna water. You want the consistency of your soil to be like a damp washcloth. You don't want to drown your seed. And this is to ensure no mud mess later. So if you have a lot of soil built up right here, maybe a little of that. It's not much soil built up over here, but just if you have a lot of soil, you can just dust a little bit away. Yeah, okay. And you're not trying to hit the water to the bottom of the carton, just getting some water to your seed. If it so happens that your seed floats up a little bit, just pat it back in. Mine did not, but just in case yours does, no fret.
Companion planting will be done as a way to maximize the number of plants and the amount of space. This can be done by combining two plants close together with the means to make the garden more productive. Specific plant combinations can encourage growth, trap pests, attract beneficial insects. In the summertime, I will plant marigolds in my vegetable garden since the scent of the flowers deters beetles, hornworms, and slug leaf hoppers. There is a sunshade method which is when taller plants are paired with shade-tolerant plants, so they do not compete for space or sun. So for example, you can plant tomatoes and then also plant beets or cucumbers around them. Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about weeds, and weeds are any type of plant that are growing that you don't want. They compete with your plants that you do want with space, water, and nutrients, and they just take away all the good things that your plants need. We have chickweed at the farm, and it is a cool season plant, and I'm going to be showing you how to properly weed it, and there are 3 different ways you can do this. So first I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to weed in my opinion, which is just by hand. So all you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to, this one is like really small, so you're just going to want to grab it with your fingertips and pull out of the soil and shake it all off. And you want to make sure you get the roots, so that way you know the whole weed is out of the soil. So the next technique I'm going to be showing you guys is how to use a hand hoe. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of hack at the plant, and this will help release the roots once again. And there you go. And you see how the roots are. And the final technique I'm going to be showing you guys is how to use a standing hoe. And it's the same thing, except you're going to be standing up instead of sitting down. This technique can be more preferred if you have a lot of weeds to get out, so you don't have to keep bending down and standing up. And here you go. And once again, the roots are all pulled up with it too. So when you're using a standing hoe, you want to make sure that you're not bending so that your back won't hurt. You want to stand up and mainly just use your arms and scrape like this, rather than like bending over and traveling down and arching your back. So it's important to stay upright. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some harvesting. So here at the farm right now we have kale that we are able to harvest. And as you can see for the kale, it grows in an upright manner. And the leaves at the top are a lighter green than the ones down below. And that's because these are the new growth. And you're not going to want to harvest these because you want these to keep growing. So the ones at the bottom, we're going to harvest. And all you want to do is just snap it off. And you're just going to do this for as much kale as you want, and then now you have kale. Should I do it again? Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to make a super fun DIY hanging garden. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a plastic water bottle, one that's already been used, pair of scissors, some soil, something to like hang it with. I'm going to be using pipe cleaners. You can use like string or twine or wire or anything like that. And then you're just going to want some seeds too, or some seedlings. Either works. Okay, so first what you're going to do is you're going to take your water bottle and you're going to take off like the plastic thing around it. Okay, so now you've got your plastic water bottle. In this part you might need parental guidance or supervision or some type of guardian help. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to cut it in half. Cut it right like I'm going to cut it here, so it's not exactly in half. It's probably like 3/4, 1/4. And just going to cut like that. This is the part you want to keep. You want to keep the part with the top. But you can keep this, and you can continue to reuse this and put a plant in here. So, yes. So, now that we've got that, what we're going to do is we're going to add the holes in the side. Now, if you don't want it to be a hanging garden, you don't have to add those holes, but we're going to add those holes. And what you're going to do, this is another part that you might need parental guidance, but you're just going to you're going to fold down one part and just take your scissors and snip out a section. So then you'll end up with something like this. You see how there's a hole in it, and you're going to want to do that to both sides. So preferably across from it. You're going to fold it down and cut. And then once you make the two snips in the side, like that, you're just going to cut that part off. And then you can recycle the clear part. So now you have the two holes in it, and these we'll need later. So next, what you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure, first of all, that the cap is on. Then you're going to take your soil, and you're going to want to fill it up. I would say actually halfway. So about that full, that's about halfway. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to take it, and we're going to just put our seeds in. So I have tomato seeds that I'm going to be putting in just to get some tomato plants started for the summertime. So since these are smaller seeds, I'm going to be planting about 4 of them. As you can see, they're pretty small. So next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a little hole in the thing to put the seeds in. As you can see, the tomato seeds are now in there. Those are the tan specks. So then you're just going to want to water your seedlings just a little bit. I'm just going to open this one screw so that way water can drain out. So you can see how this resembles a damp washcloth, as Dee mentioned previously. Okay, now this is the fun part. This is where it turns into a hanging garden, or you can keep it as just a standing garden. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 pipe cleaners, just because this will be the easy way to hang it up, and I'm going to twist them together. Ta-da! And then, as you can see, it's like an N now, a lowercase n. You're going to take your water bottle, and you're going to thread it through one of the holes, and you're just going to pull it up. So it creates like a hook, and then it'll stay, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing to the other side. And now you have a super fun hanging garden, and you can hang this up on any hook, and you want to just make sure that you water it and that it gets an ample amount of sunlight every day. So about for these tomato seeds, it's going to be about 8 hours a day.